Welcome to the Online Success Journey podcast, your opportunity to discover and learn from entrepreneurs like yourself. This is not your typical podcast, but a place where you can get the real story and find out how real people encounter speed bumps and detours, but journey through to find success. Now here's your host for the Online Success Journey podcast, Patience.
Hello everyone and welcome to Online Success Journey. This is episode 64. Are you ready to join the clan? Today we have Dean Salakas, the party people. Established in 1980s, they rated a party supply chain, has 2 stores in Sydney and also serving customers online. Hello Dean.
G'day, how are you?
I'm fine. I know the clan is anxious to hear your story, so let's get started with the basics. Can you tell my clan a little bit about your background, about what you did before you started your online business? Tell us right up to the last job or business before you were online.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we the Party People was started by my mum, who was a clown, and she did kids parties, and she started a party shop, and that grew, and I grew up with the business. I started working there since I was 2 years old. Yeah, I mean, the business was a good business, and over time it grew quite well, and my parents established a really great business. But in 2007, I was working I left uni in 2003, got a job at university, got a job in a supermarket chain here called Woolworths as a business analyst, and then in 2007, my parents wanted to retire. So my brother and I took over the business. We had about 2 employees at the time, and we made quite a few changes and focused on digital and marketing, and the business grew. So today, we're over 40 employees, and the market leader online. We have Australia's largest bricks and mortar party store also, and things are going quite well.
Wow. What's up, Johnny? Okay. Why do you do what you do?
Oh, I love it. It's fun and it's challenging. That's for sure. I mean, I used to be in a corporate role, and that was that was fun and exciting. And running your own business is almost an impossible challenge, and I like impossible challenges. So I left that to do what I'm doing now, and I love it. It's tough, and it's tough running a business. It's hard. There's a lot of setbacks, and that all the cliches you hear are true about running a business. But I really enjoy the challenge, and the business is growing, and it's a fun business to be in, being in the party business.
Is it because you run it with your brother? Does that make it easier on you?
No, I wouldn't say it makes it easier. I think I'm actually probably indifferent to the fact that he's my brother in terms of the enjoyment I get from working. As much as it's a family business, and that's interesting. We really work hard, and he's a good business partner, and that's what makes it work. Is that we're good business partners. I think being family helps. Our arrangement, which is complicated because sometimes I think family doesn't work, but for us it just is definitely a positive, and we make it work. So yeah, maybe that has a little bit to do with it.
Why you called the party dude?
Look, it was just a funny thing we did one day. We were joking around, and we said, what's your title? And we all had different names, and they said, you're the chief party dude. And I put it on my signature one day, and people started commenting, and it just kind of stuck, and we've got a little graphic that someone did of me looking like an Indian with a headdress and a partying, so it kind of just stuck now, and I put it on all my business cards, and people always comment about it.
Okay, all right. Let's put man aside. How do you know you are successful when you took the business over from your parents?
Look, I don't ever think of it like we're successful. I never think that we're successful or anything like that. To be honest, we focus on what's next, and we don't really think, we've succeeded. It's always, externally people look at our company and say you've done such a great job and you're successful, but we always see, internally we see the problems, we want to improve it. we always see the challenge in what we're doing and how we can make it better. So, I don't know. I guess to some degree, I'm a small business that survived. Maybe that makes me successful. We're doing quite well, I would, comparatively. So does that make us successful? I'm not sure. For me, success would be, when we get to 40 stores and we're like Party City in the USA for Australia. And, to me, that would be when we achieve success.
But you are the largest in Australia. So
yes.
Doesn't that really make something?
Yeah, it does, and that's what a lot of people say. I don't know. I guess we take it for granted a little bit, because we think, well, so what? That's all. We've just started, from our point of view. So we don't see it as successful because we haven't got to where we want to get to, in terms of our goals.
Okay. Can anyone be an entrepreneur, or are some people cut out for it than others?
I think anybody could be an entrepreneur, but I definitely think a lot of people don't get there because I think being an entrepreneur is very, there's a lot of different definitions of what an entrepreneur is and the mindset and all that. I definitely think there's a lot of different factors that make an entrepreneur, but yeah, I think some people will just never take that path, and but I think anyone can be an entrepreneur. They just need to think the right way, and it's just a mental change you need to make to be entrepreneurial, and it is difficult because as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of setbacks, a lot of hard times, and you have to push through that, and it's very difficult, because if you're a sensible person, you probably wouldn't work the hours I work. You wouldn't put up with the setbacks. Just no sane person puts up with the things that an entrepreneur usually puts up with. So, I can understand why maybe some people are not cut out for it, but I think it's the difference between someone who is and isn't is definitely a mental thing.
What reassurance or encouragement have you got for the members of my clan who are not quite there yet? What advice can you give?
I'd say to them, you just need to find out what your passion is and go for it, I think most people know what they want to achieve in life. They just are a little held back with fear of failure and fear of it not working out. But, I left a corporate career that was, I was very comfortable, we'll say that, and I left it to take on a small business where 95% of small businesses fail. Logically, that's a crazy thing to do. But I had a passion. I had something I really wanted to do, and I went and did it. And I would say to anyone who gets opportunities like that to take them and have a go.
Okay. Do you have a mentor?
No, I don't. I definitely have a lot of people I look up to. I don't have a specific mentor. I've got an uncle in publishing, which helps me with PR, and he's very good at coaching me and asking me difficult questions. I've got, other people I turn to for certain advice on certain topics. So I wouldn't say there's sort of one specific mentor, but I have a lot of people I turn to and ask for advice on topics that I feel like I'm lacking in.
Okay. What is the most valuable thing your uncle has told you in business?
He taught me about PR and he said something to me once. He said, you need to be your brand. You can't just be the CEO of a company and just run it and make the business operate. You need to be the face of the company. You need to be the brand, and you need to get yourself out there. So, I got that advice, and my industry probably is probably more relevant for what he's saying. But I put myself out there. I do a lot of speaking sessions now. Obviously I'm talking to you here, which is great, and I'm very happy to get out there in the media and I push for it. I talk to the media all the time and try to get stories out there and try to get ourselves on TV. And I was on, Channel 10 Shark Tank here in Australia, and all that sort of PR is great for the business. And it's definitely helped lift my personal profile, help me build as a person, but also help the business grow, because now people know who I am, but they also know who the business is. And the more I promote myself, the more my business benefits from people knowing who I am.
What is the most valuable thing you have ever given away?
Most valuable thing I've ever given away? I have no idea. Probably advice, I guess, and people often don't ask for my advice and I give it to them, and I'm more than happy to share with people. I'm more than happy to chat with you here now. And I'm more than happy to share, my story, the way I run my business, what things work for me, because, I feel good about helping people, and, I love going to, I do a lot of networking events and speaking sessions and stuff like that. And, I love sharing, and it's very personally rewarding.
Okay, let's talk about your business. Tell us what is working, what is not working. So tell us all about it.
What's working, what's not working. Look, the business is going quite well. There's really nothing major. The major issues at the moment are actually starting to clear up for us. I mean, we were struggling in search engine optimization about 12 months ago. And, at the moment we're ranking 1 or 2 for 8 out of our 10 preferred keywords. So we're doing really well in the areas we were probably struggling in 12 months ago. And we're doing a lot of video content on social now, and social wasn't very strong for us in the past. And so I think we've started to clear up a lot of our big issues. Now what's not working for me right now is that we're relatively, I wouldn't say small company, but we're not big enough to where I want to get to. And the challenge for me is that it's going to cost a lot of money for me to open up 40 stores around Australia. So I'm looking at the moment at raising capital and investment to create a national chain of party stores, and that's a big challenge for me at the moment. It's very time consuming and very draining, talking to a lot of people about the business, pitching the business, and trying to get investors on board, as well as putting up with all the due diligence and stuff. And I mean, at the moment we're going through our busiest time of year. It's Halloween here, and it's Christmas coming along soon, so it's definitely a very challenging time.
Okay. What do you say if someone is listening and they want to open a little store up for their parties? What advice do you give to them?
Oh, look, I think if you ask me from a party store owner point of view, I'd tell them don't do it, because opening a small party shop is very difficult when you're going up against very big party shops like me. But, if you're asking me, if someone wanted to open up a business, what would I say? I'd probably still also say don't do it, but for a different reason. I'd say don't do it because if you don't take my advice, then you probably got what it takes to survive, because it's very difficult running a business, and if you let someone like me tell you not to do it, then you're probably not cut out for it.
Okay, but you have over 2,000 products online. So how did you come to grow up on that?
Over 25,000 actually. And
there you go. So tell us about that. Any little stories about that?
Not really. We've grown it over time. We just aim to be the best in party. We want to be the best we can be, and the best business in Australia. So to do that, we have to have the best range. We have to have I wouldn't say we have the best prices, but we have good prices on the biggest range. So there's a lot of products you can't get in Australia that we have, because we aim to be the best. We want to have all the products that customers want. And I think that's a mistake a lot of business owners make, that they don't think about what their customers want. People say to me, why do you have such a big range? Don't you have slow selling items? Isn't that a problem? And the answer is no, it's not a problem, because my customers want to have options, and I'm going to provide my customers with what they want. So that's why we have such a big range.
Where do we find you?
So you can find us in Australia. We've got a couple of stores in Drummoyne and Sans Souci, which are around Sydney. You can also find us online at www.thepartypeople.com.au. Check out our website. It'd be interesting to hear some feedback, but we've got a reasonably good website there. And you can also find us on social. We're on all the social media channels. Just look for The Party People and search for our logo.
Okay. So, clan, there will be more from Dean in a moment. If you are finding Dean's journey interesting and you are ready to hear more, come to listen to the full version of the interview at onlinesuccessjourney.com. If you are already at Online Journey, click on part 2 of Dean's journey and get lots more tips to help you with your own business. And don't forget, you can listen to all other online interview podcasts on there. That's a wrap, clan. Remember, success is a journey. Patience and Dean, join us in part 2 at onlinesuccessjourney.com.
This is not the end of the journey. We hope you've enjoyed listening to part 1 and want to be sure you know there is a second part to this and every journey podcast at onlinesuccessjourney.com, filled with even more success tips, uplifting stories, and even a bit of fun. There are dozens of episodes only available to the members of the Online Success Journey clan. Check out the website and click on Join the Clan for more information. Patience would like to thank you for listening to this podcast, and she has a free audio gift for you at her website. Go to onlinesuccessjourney.com for instant access to this gift. Of course, you know that listening to the journeys of others helps each of us chart our own path. So make sure you're subscribed to be notified as each new interview is posted. There are so many ways to stay connected to the Online Success Journey and to listen in. And if you're enjoying the podcast, we appreciate your help in telling others. One of the best ways to share the benefit you get is to rate and review it at Stitcher and other sites by clicking the stars or completing the ratings form, by clicking thumbs up and leaving a comment on YouTube, or liking and sharing the podcast on social media. To review the podcast within iTunes, simply open iTunes to the podcast, click on Ratings and Reviews, then write a review. On behalf of Patience, and until next time, thanks once more for listening. It is our hope that this podcast will guide you on your own online success journey.